whatever version of yourself that you seek to become, whatever better version of yourself, or whatever dreams you have of yourself of becoming, that you want to be, that you want to manifest, that you want to grow into, you have to become that now. You cannot wait and say that I will become that in the future, or if this and this happens in my life, then I'll become that. The moment you do that, you're defeating the purpose of you taking the opportunity of the present moment to become that. You see, the thing about this is, I understand that whoever you seek to become, it's sort of in the future, right? I understand that. So you have a projection of goals that you want to become, right? But the thing is, you can only become that if you start now. Let's say you want to take a journey to a place that's 20 minutes away walking. If you don't take the first step, or if you don't start walking now, you will not get there. Even though you arrive there 20 minutes later, realize that even when you do arrive there, you will still be in the present moment. Every experience that you will have exists in the present moment. This is why they say that only the present exists, only the now exists. The past and the future are illusions. They don't exist in the sense in which we understand them. Because when you experience the past, you're experiencing the past now. When you actually did experience the thing that has passed, that happened, you experienced it in that present moment. And the things in the future that you imagine of, you will experience them in the present moment when they arrive. So the only thing that exists is the everlasting present moment. And our movement through this present moment creates the illusion of time, which then we can use to pinpoint things to say, oh, that happened 5 minutes ago, and this will happen 10 minutes after now, and so on and so forth. But fundamentally, the way the fabric of reality is working out is that everything exists in this very present moment. So with that in mind, that means the future self that you imagine yourself becoming. Let's say in your mind you want to be a very comfortable person in terms of your financial wealth, where you can afford everything you need. So you have an imagination of what that would look like. Well, that imagination that you are able to at least fine tune and pinpoint to exists in the infinite field of all possibilities. And when I say the infinite field of all possibilities, I mean it literally, that any possibility you can imagine, you can think of, exists. And it exists as a point of frequency in the everlasting vibrational field of existence. So if you can think of the field as a vast space, right? An ocean or fluid, that goes as far as your imagination can take you. And every single point has a frequency value. At every single point, that fluid is vibrating at a particular frequency. So right now, you in the version that you are in, that you want to improve, you have a particular frequency. And that version of you, which you imagine in the future, also has a particular frequency. And to become that is literally a change of frequency, because that person is vibrating in a different way than this particular person right now, right? So the thing literally scientifically is about changing the frequency. And you cannot say that you are waiting to change the frequency. Otherwise, you remain in the frequency of waiting. So tomorrow comes and you are still in the frequency called waiting. And every single time it's like you're in the frequency of waiting, because if you say, I want to be that next week, well, tomorrow comes and you're still, I want to be that next week. So that person or that version of you is always separated from you, a distance from you. So the art of becoming that person, the science of becoming that version of you, is actually being that person now. I know this may sound tricky and may be difficult, because you're like, well, if I want to be wealthy, I want to have a certain amount of money that I can spend. And if I don't have it right now, then how can I be that? Well, even if you don't have that physical money with you, you can be that in your expression of self, and primarily in your embodiment of that vibration, right? Because like I said, you have to be that vibration. You don't only have to imagine it, you have to be it. So after you imagine it and you get the imagination of what you look like, you can take what you have now to be that person. So for example, if in the example I gave where you are like a confident rich person, wealthy person who can afford anything he wants, you have to move with that. So even when you go to a store and perhaps you don't have the money on you to be able to pay for it, still feel like you do. So perhaps you can feel like, oh, I have the money, it's just yet to come into my bank account. Well, it may come into my bank account next week, but that shouldn't stop me from being able to look at the items that I want to purchase. Look at the items that you want to purchase as though you are that future version of yourself. That is how you draw that future version closer. In actual fact, you're not drawing it closer because space and time are illusory. It doesn't really exist in the way we think about it. It's just about being the frequency of that future version, being that future version now. And once you become that future version, it's about holding that vibration, percolating that vibration, and embodying that vibration. We are vibrating beings, right? Think about the vibration like music. So when I'm vibrating at a particular frequency which plays the music of say hard rock, when you hear it, you can know that okay, that's hard rock is playing. When I switch it to a softer classical melody with like pianos, like a Beethoven type of melody, you can hear it be like, oh, that's kind of like classical music because they're different vibrations. In the same way, the vibration of you, a non-confident person who feels poor, is totally different from the vibration of somebody who feels they're wealthy and they're confident. And that confidence, I want to say, that wealth does not have to depend on money. You know, when you say that you are waiting for the money to come in order to feel that, you are setting a limit on your ability to become that person. Really, nothing should stop you from becoming that person except you and except your ideas of yourself because it's a vibration and you are a vibrating being and you are a being with a consciousness and a conscious mind who can actually use your conscious mind and your awareness to switch your vibration and to become a new version of yourself, to embody yourself differently, to walk as though you are that. And it's not about pretending, because the thing about pretending is like you're lying to yourself. You see, the thing with all of this is it's about your subconscious mind, because what you are is what is in the code of your subconscious mind. And the subconscious mind is what it is. It's not playing the game of true or false or anything. It just takes what you say you are and then it plays it out. So if you're faking it to your subconscious mind, it's aware of the fact that that's not what you are. So it's not going to play that. So the point is to be that. And you become that by practicing. You become that by putting it into your code, your operating system code. You become that by putting it as part of like your system, your modus operandi, as your self-identity, right? So you move from believing you are that in the beginning into now knowing that you are that. Knowing that even if you don't have a dollar on you, you are wealthy. Because why? You are part of source energy. You are part of the thing that makes all things. The thing that creates gold, the thing that creates money, cash money, the thing that creates diamonds, that creates banks, that creates wealthy people, that creates the universes, that creates the sun. The sun, think about how much life the sun gives us. You're part of the thing that makes it. So then what is a dollar bill to you? What is like a currency bill to you? It's nothing. So stepping into that, using that kind of way of thinking as a way to get into the knowing that you are wealthy can actually help you switch your vibration so that your vibration of identifying yourself as a wealthy person is not just solely dependent on seeing money. So in that way, then you can begin to switch your vibration. You can begin to self-identify as that person. And once you get into that new self-identity and that new self-knowing, well, now you are in that vibration. And once you're in that vibration, it's only a matter of unfolding of time, of moments, of singular moments to bring you the very things that you've envisioned. And trust me, every single time those things come into being, they will come with more things, because perhaps you're imagining just one thing. Let's say in your mind, you want to be a millionaire. You're imagining a million. But when that million comes, it's going to be like 5 million. It's going to be multi-million. And it's not going to just even bring just a million. It's going to bring the things that come with that, connections, networks, what's called the cooperative components of that. Because what you've done is you are not just looking for just the physical cash of a million. You're looking for the energy of wealth to be part of you. And the energy of wealth doesn't come with just cash. It comes with a whole lot more, and you're gonna get all of that. So it's important to understand that we are working with vibration, frequency, and energy in this realm. This entire realm is about vibration and frequency. Everything that has manifested is just a manifestation of that which your brain, your human transducer, is interpreting as physical things or the things that you see. It's just an interpretation of vibration. So for you to be able to actually get the physical things, the physical life that you want to experience, you have to go into the vibrational state. And the thing about you as a human being is you're already actually in that vibrational state as spirit. You are having this human experience, which is somewhat of a virtual experience or a simulated experience. Where you actually naturally are is in that spirit realm. And usually you can get to know this by doing practices like meditation and stuff where you can enter these spaces. Even your dreams give you insight into this, where you can have a dream and it feels so real. And in your dream, you can imagine something and it just pops up. Well, you're using the same principles there as well. So if you, when you can lucid dream, you can even practice some of these principles about how your thoughts and your feeling brings things into being. You're using that same principle in this physical reality. It's just that this reality is a little more dense, so it takes time. And what I mean by dense is it's heavier, right? It's the difference between maybe moving say something like this so easily versus moving something that's heavier. Something that's denser takes a little more energy or time to traverse that space. Something that's lighter traverses that space quickly. So if you want it to happen quickly, well, you have to go into the lighter space, the lighter realm, which is the spirit realm, where you can tweak things, where you can tweak your vibration, where you can become that now. So that is the way you affect reality. That is the way you become your future version, the future version of yourself. You become that by being that now. That's why I keep saying even the word become has be and then come. You have to be it for it to come. It cannot come if you don't be it, because you're an electromagnetic being that can more or less magnetize that into becoming that. You're literally switching frequencies and switching planes into new realities, and you do that by switching your frequency. And if you don't switch your frequency, if you don't become new, your reality will not change. Your reality and your experience will only change when you change, because the reality we're experiencing, as I always say, is a reflection of who you are, is a reflection of us. We are the projector projecting the movie. Consciousness is projecting this reality out, and it will project the reality that you say it is. So if you want the reality to change, you have to change. If you want to be a millionaire, you have to embody a millionaire mindset, but not only a millionaire mindset, but a millionaire body set, and a millionaire emotional set, and a millionaire action set. You have to move like one. And in order for you to move like one authentically and genuinely, you have to be that. You have to be that. So you can practice this by maybe watching other millionaires that are in alignment with your type of millionaire, like what you envision yourself as a millionaire doing. You can maybe do research and see people who are living that type of life and see yourself there. Practice that imagination. And when you practice that imagination, bring it into your body and act that way. Be that way, and the vibration around you will change and you will become that. So you affect your future and of course your past by changing who you are now. The now is the only present, is the only moment that exists. The present moment is the only moment in existence, and it is where all things manifest. All things exist in the present moment. The future, the past, whatever it may be, exists in the present moment. The present moment is the only moment. So that is the only time and the only moment you can be who you say you want to be. So the time is now. And it's time for you to switch your vibration, to switch your frequency, and become who you've always dreamed you want to be. The person you've always dreamed and dreamt you want to be, who you see yourself as. This is the moment to do it. So become that now. Be that and know that you are that. Practice that, embody it, envision it, and continue this process on and on and on habitually till you become one with it. And when you become one with it, reality will have no choice but to follow. This is the message I have for you today. This is my sharing today. As always, I hope it's been valuable. It's brought you something to think about. It's brought you some food for thought, and it will help you in your life. And deep it, meditate on it, contemplate it. If you have any questions or comments, please do share them in the comment section. And as always, thank you for liking, thank you for subscribing and hitting the notification icon. And until next time, have a pleasant and wonderful day.